Hi, I'm Clarke from Craftsuprint.com with another edition of Cup TV, and this time I'm going to be showing you lovely fan cards. These are my 3D fan card kits, and they come with a fan and a stand. You get a little card, a gift card or a normal card with pyramage layers for the front of it, and you also get a little box to put it in. It all folds flat to fit in the box. You can finish them off with a little brad, or as I've done here, with a little tassel, and they all fold flat like this, and you've got decoration on the back. This one's not got it, but they also come with a little piece that fits over the back, so that if you use a brad, you can cover up the back of the brad as well, making it a lovely, pretty gift to give to somebody. And as I say, they all fold flat to fit in the box, and this was the prototype one that I made. And so we take it out of the box, and we have got the fan in here, we've got the card, and we've got the stand, and it all fits in. The box is one of my double walled construction boxes, so it's really quick and simple to make, but they're really quite strong in construction too, so you don't get horrible wobbly sides to your box. And they're really quick and easy to make, so we'll get started. I'll move this to one side. Ooh, that's the gift box with the pink one, which I've decorated with a ribbon. And the first thing you need to do when you get your kit is to print everything out. I'm looking for somewhere to put those. There we go. And it tells you on the top what each sheet is and how many times to print, because you need to print the fan blades twice. So you've got the front of the fan blades there, and then you've got pretty backs to your fan blades with plenty of room at the top if you wanted to do to write a greeting, a poem, perhaps even add a photo, but you'd need to keep it fairly flat so the fan could close. Or you could do some journaling, make it a bit like a scrapbook, but you've got plenty of room there on the back, and even if you leave it plain, they're rather pretty. And then you've got the stand, which again needs to be printed twice, so that you've got a pretty back to the stand as well. And then you've got your 3 pyramage layers too. You've got the gift card, which could be used on its own or with the pyramage layers. You've got greetings that come in the kit, and you've also got 2 pieces for the box, and the box comes with decoration on the front too, and plenty of space for writing. Now the very first thing you're going to need to do before you cut anything out is, once again, to score all your lines. And with all my kits you have got score lines top and bottom telling you exactly where to score, and you just need to line up a ruler with the score lines and just score them. Or my newest, most favourite method for doing that is with my cutting tool, which has got a wire down the middle, and I just line the wire up with the score marks. I can see that they're absolutely in line there, and then I use a scoring tool and score along, and it gives a much better score line to fold against. So you need to do that not only on your box. You've got, because of the double walled construction, you've got 2 lots to score both ways. So you've got 2 there, you've got 2 here, 2 that way there, and 2 that way here. Then you've also got little cut lines. So when you cut out, if I show you just here, to create the little glue flap, you need to cut along there as well. And then you've got exactly the same to do on the back of your box. Then you've got a score line 2 down the middle of your gift card. And then you've got one down the middle of your sand as well. And then you need to cut it out, which I've already done. So we'll start off by making the box, I think. And both pieces are made in exactly the same way, so we'll start with the bottom of the box, and you need to fold in all the sides. With these narrow sides, it helps a lot to use a ruler and your bone folder, and to push it up against, which I've already done on all of these, just to make sure that your line doesn't skew. And then you fold them in along that line and give a good sharp crease. and you do that on all of them, like this. With this double-walled construction, and I've still managed to get that skewed again, with the double-walled construction you do end up with a very nice strong box. There's nothing worse than having a wonky box. And we did the same there, and the same at the bottom here. Now you've got two long sides and two short sides. On the long sides you've got little glue flaps, but just fold those in for the moment because they will fold the opposite way to the long flaps. So just so we get the crease on them, and then we're going to open those out again. So again I'm going to do the same here and the same here. Now also these long sides, once you've opened those flaps out, we're going to add double-sided tape or glue or whatever you like to the second wall of that. Don't do it on the short ones, do it on the long ones, because this will give you a better construction when it's finished. I'm just going to add my double tape putter on a thingy and fold that long flap in and press that down. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. And fold that in and press it down. Now in the instructions I tell you to put double-sided tape onto the coloured side, nearly lost that, onto the coloured side of the little flaps. Since I've been experimenting, it is just as easy to put it onto the inner wall of this side here. It's a lot less fiddly. And I'm also going to, at this stage, add some to the outer wall. So I've run it down twice down there, and I've managed to get it on my board again. It's a lot easier to put that on now than it is later. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lift up one of the long sides and then lift up one of the short sides as well. Now then, I'm going to line up that corner with that corner, and on the inside I have just pushed the glue flap down so you've made a lovely little square corner there. I'm going to do exactly the same on this side here, making sure that the corner lines up. Of course that is stuck to that glue that I've put on this side here, and the same on that one there, and the same on this one here. So now you've got a box with two extra flaps here which we've already put the glue onto, and it's just a matter of folding those now to the inside so that they adhere together. And then if you take a bone folder and just give a good sharp crease on the edge there, just to make sure that everything's adhered and that everything is square and true. And that's the box base made. So, as I say, it's really quite sturdy there as well. So, we'll do exactly the same with the top of the box, and we're going to start off by pressing down all the creases again, and on this one too. The top is of course slightly bigger than the bottom to allow it to fit on without being too big that it falls off. There we go. And there again. And again I'm going to just fold the little glue flaps in so that we know that the corners are going to be square. And then on the long sides, the ones with the little glue flaps, so it's these long sides here, they're going to fold in first, and fold that one in, oops, there like that, and on the other side. I think my sticky tape putter on a thingy could do with oiling. Very squeaky today, isn't it? And then once again, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to add two lines of double-sided tape to both of the walls of the little outside flaps, or the remaining flaps, like that. And exactly the same way, I'm going to fold in that little glue flap, and making sure the corner is square, just stick it to the glue. And the same with this one, and this one, and this one. Oops, there we go, into the corner. And then fold down. Oh, my glue didn't quite reach to the corner there, which is why that one's popped open. So you do need it right to the edge. There we go. Now I've got it over the edge. Right, now I can press this down. By putting the flap, the glue flap under this end flap, it does strengthen that join as well. And then once again, I'm just going to press down with my bone folder to make sure that everything's creased and square and stuck and through. And now I've done everything correctly. There we go. The box top will fit onto the base, and there we've got the box made already. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to make the fan blades. You need one front and one back, and I like to use an old catalogue for this, because then all I need to do is to turn the page. So I'm going to put the back onto my catalogue page, and I'm going to use Pritt Stick for this. Could be any sort of glue that you want to use, but I find this works just as well as any. And I'm going to make sure that I've got it around the edges especially, and then put some in the middle too. And then I'm going to turn over the front piece, and I'll turn it upside down. Hopefully I can do it upside down to show you. And then all I'm going to do is to line the two pieces up together. And the beauty of this sort of glue as well is that you can move it around a little bit just to make sure you've got it in the right place, and that looks about right to me. Move that back to one side. And then I'm just going to give a press with my bone folder again to make sure that it's stuck correctly. Now the best thing to do with this, to be quite honest, is to leave it flat to dry for a while before you do anything else with it. But once you have left it to dry, you need something to punch the hole, and you've got a little mark in the middle. It is only a tiny one, so it'll take any size that you want to make it the right size for whatever you're going to join the pieces together. Like I say, put that to one side. It will be much stronger. It's quite floppy at the moment, but it will be much stronger when that glue has dried. And because of that, I've already done all the others. And here they are. I've already joined them together with a brad. As you can see, the brad at the back doesn't look very pretty, does it? Oh, I also added this little tassel around it because I thought that looked rather amusing too. You need to press the brad quite tightly at the back, and then if you cut the little piece that covers it, and I'm going to use some quick drying adhesive on this, as long as the end hasn't dried up, and I'm going to add it directly to this piece here. I'm going to put a generous amount in the middle, but not too near the edges, because I don't want it oozing out. There we go. And I'm going to take this piece and place it over the top, so that it gives you a much neater back to it. And then your card will open. Now, because you've got the two sheets, you've actually got 6 fan blades. You can see the 6th one is just there. But I like it when it's open with just 5 blades, but it's up to you. You can use all 6 if you want to. Then you need to make up the stand. The stand is made in exactly the same way as we made the fan blade, sticking the 2 back to back and then leaving it to dry. And then you need to, you can see how much stiffer that is now it's dried. Now you need to fold it in half along the fold line to make a nice sturdy fan base. And then if you just curl it out slightly on these bits here, then hopefully my fan will sit quite nicely in its stand. There we go. That's one fan made, and one box made, which you can decorate then with ribbon if you want to. You've got the greeting to add to the box or to the card. You've got the card as well, of course, which you've scored already, And now it's just a matter of folding it in half, not cutting it in half as I said in a video some time ago, and then you crease it as well, and then you've got the pyramage layers to add to it if you wish, and I've got them ready cut out here, so I'm going to add them using silicone glue. Now, in this case I'm going to add it to the back of the pyramage layer. So I'm just going to add a couple of pieces of silicone today for quickness, but it would be better if you use more. And you just line these up with the design underneath, and then obviously you go to the next size down and add that one as well. And by using silicone you have got a little bit of time to move it around. If like me you've not got it in quite the right place to begin with. There we go. And the same with the last piece as well. And this one goes this way around as well. I'm just going to move that into place there, so that's that. I've also got a tiny little bow which I'm going to add to the bottom of it. I'm going to put that on too. To add that. I could also add the gift tag to the box, and I don't think I've put a ribbon out for that, but obviously you could tie it with a ribbon or add a little bow on top there, and there we go, we've got it finished. Now we've got a lovely fan card with a stand, you've got a gift card to go with it, and you've got a box so you can collapse them all down to fit it into the box. And if I just bring in the other one that I made earlier, so we've got the box there. And again we've got the stand and the card to go in it, and then we've got the gift card for that one too. I enjoyed making this one so much that I made two, and there we've got a separate fan too. As I say, they just open up and flatten down again to go inside the box, and there we go. I hope you've enjoyed them. My name is Clarke, and you can find all my designs at www.craftsuprint.com/Clarke, and I hope to see you again next time on Cup TV. Bye!